Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday, where apparently I'm missing a camera. There it is. You know, you just have to occasionally give it a little bit of a tap just to say, yeah, oi, camera, you're supposed to be alive here. Um, Always a good start when you forget how to, well, hello, Void. How to. Yeah, the cameraman was a little sleepy. He needed a good slap around the heck. Around the heck? Around the head. Oh, hey. I didn't notice you here. Hello. Right, okay. Mayhem and Chaos will definitely be starting with all of the chaos. Oh, you know, it's going to be a good one. When we're already distracted. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to rely on the ever amazing Squirrel Scurry list to work out who's here. So if you haven't checked in with the Squirrel Scurry, please do. It goes to a good cause and causes me to have to donate money on your behalf to a charity. So let's see. We have True Purple, Jerry May, Raven, Frauke, Sinily. No, that's Sin Lily. Sorry, I've been reading that wrong for the last couple of days. My goodness. Blast, Taran, Cosmic, Superfast Fegalicious, and Elkhorn arriving just in time. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, I should put my glasses on. I try not to. I don't like wearing my glasses during a stream. How do I get to Gordon? Oh, that's one that takes me. Of course you have. Right, hold on. One thing's... and Chris, welcome in. Hail Hydrate. Let's start with the Hail Hydrate. And then a stretch. And then we'll work our way upwards from there. Okay. Everyone remember. Hail Hydrate. Drink. Stretch. Med check as appropriate. Look after yourselves. And welcome to Kutsuni as well. Okay. Hey. Gordons. Gordons are a wonderful thing. The wonderful thing about Gordons is there's many of them. Oh no, that's Tiggers. Oh no, there's only one. The bouncy, fun. The wonderful thing about Gordons is they're not Tiggers anyway. When you have enough points for a Gordon, you will be able to select the Recruit a Gordon option from the Channel Point Redeems, where you will be able to name your Gordon. I do reserve the right to refuse names that are inappropriate, so do please be nice. But once you have named that Gordon, we will head for the Castle Gordonstein. We will name your Gordon, we will find a barracks block for them, and we will set them up with an armor stand, and so forth. Name that Gordon! Sounds like a classic Saturday night TV show. Absolutely. Songs of 100 Acre Wood. Deep in the 100 Acre Wood, Scotsman is having to build all of the things that make things good. And that's where the scope creep comes from. Oh dear. And I'm sure somebody's probably clipping that in the background. Right. But yes, that is Gordon's in a nutshell. Wow, Gordon's in a nutshell. That sounds like it's... you didn't see the Recruiter Gordon. It should be there. If it isn't, let me just double check. Hurdy bloody flirty blurred. Hurdy flirty bloody blurder. Hurdy flirty blurder. Gotta be careful with the pronunciation of that one. Right. Home. Viewer rewards. Channel points and panel ups? It's there. Oh, good. That's good. Yay! Once you have purchased a Gordon, there are several other options on that list, such as being able to purchase a set of leather armor for them, which you get to choose the colors for, to upgrade individual pieces of that armor step by step to different tiers of armor, or to upgrade the entire set of armor in one go, to purchase an Old Betsy, basically a weaponry item for your Gordon, and of course there is the ability to purchase a banner for yourself, which, if you happen to have a Gordon, will be handed to your Gordon so that they can show their colors and show their allegiance. Wow. So many words. So many words. Scotsman here, making no sense at all. Nothing new. Such gibberish. Much Scotsman. Right. Oh yes, I was going to have a chat with this gentleman. Hello. Hi. Oh, you're selling all the nice things today, aren't you? And that's another clip to the Christmas album. Well, I've given up on arguing about that one. You know what? I'm just going to ignore you. It was. And that was the short version. Update the Ravager. Still says Racing Redeem. That's because the only area of... Ooh. Yeah. I should probably adjust the naming convention of it. It is Ravagers in the racing area stables. We don't have any stables left open up on the top of the hill. So it's kind of is and isn't that at the moment. I mean, we have space for about 9 or 10 Ravagers down in the racing stables. So let's adjust it slightly. Racing... Racing Stables Ravager. There we are. That adjusts that just a little bit, just for clarity. Thank you, Raven. We do not get Racy Ravagers. Racy Ravagers are the ones that attempt to murder you. You know, my brain has just decided that for sanity and safety's sake, it's probably best not to train that continuous of thought. No. I've decided for my safety that finishing that sentence is entirely bad. Also, in answer to the earlier question, Feg, no, there has been no Iron Brew. No, there has been no Iron Brew. No Iron Brew in this Scotsman today. Right. Styles, show arms. Styles. Apply. No. Styles, apply gravity. No, we do not wish to send this. If we try hard enough, there will be after stream. Oh, maybe. Sounds like I need to fix the Iron Brew problem. Yeah, maybe. Right. We have a Taran. Hey. Right. At some point, I'm going to have to go to Gordonstein anyway, because that's where I have all of my leather armor salesmen. Alright, let's pick a basic preset. Yep, that'll do. a point in the very, very near future. Why do I have Terran's head? Because Terran donated to be here. Let's see. So we've got Cosmic. We've got. I think I might actually be up to hit. The only part of Terran they'd let Scots have. Oh, I am so not touching any of the jokes that go with that one either. How is everybody today? I know I missed stream yesterday. I apologise for those who may or may not have noticed the announcement going out. I did leave in a message by, changing the stream title. Unfortunately, Monday basically wiped me out, what with things I had to do, events, and stuff. So I had to basically prioritize looking after myself, as Feg is saying, and I spent most of yesterday not in my right mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Today very nearly changed stream about 2 seconds before stream. Lotus, welcome in as well, and welcome to Kel. Hey, Kel. Hopefully it's not too late for you. Yes, today very nearly changed stream just before stream. For reasons. So, unfortunately, very unfortunately, due to events, we are not going to have Aldebar joining us on the Guild Rush server as part of Team Cyan Chaos Gremlins, which is a right shame because I'd been looking forward to actually getting to be on a server with Aldebar. What this means is our team is a member down. Fortunately for us, the admin team Aldi is a very busy man, yes, and needs to focus, so they have chosen to step aside. The admin team have found us the admin team have found us a new teammate, who went live about 5 minutes before I did. And who is possibly attempting to actually announce who they are right at this moment. And for those who may be watching any of the other people who are currently streaming from the Guild Rush server, you've seen who this person is. And there was an announcement on Twix. Hey, Wolf. Welcome in. I'm sure I might be jumping the gun, but this was announced. Our new teammate is Blunding. We're getting a Foxman. Another person who I am absolutely looking forward to the amount of chaos that they will be bringing to the server. Because holy heck, that person very, very much brings so much chaos. We will absolutely be raiding them at the end of stream. I believe they run for an hour longer than I do. And so, yes, we will definitely be... He was just doing the announcement. Oh, so I am a... Well, it was announced on Twix, so... Even if Blunding themselves hasn't announced it. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry that you're not feeling great, Raven. I know that you've been... you've actually been feeling very run down this week, so do take care of yourself. As everybody else has just said to me, self-care is important. You absolutely have to look after yourself. So, yes. Unfortunately, Wolf, Aldebar had to. So, we had a gap in Team Cyan Chaos Gremlins. So, yeah, we have gained a Blunding and lost an Oldie. I'm very sad for not getting the opportunity to play alongside Oldie. I am very happy to get the opportunity to play alongside Blunding. And we'll definitely be raiding Blunding. Right, okay. So much mayhem. Not sure if you're permitted to say, take all the time you need to Raven. Maybe in the future, Oldie will be back to the gaming life. I do hope so. Welcome in, Landstrad. And thank you for joining the Scurry. Well, oh, and Lotus is on a 3-stream streak. What are we up to? We are up to 28 squirrels in the Scurry. Thank you so much to everyone for joining that. Also, I suspect a couple of people may have noticed that when we raid out, and we have reached the appropriate levels for the Scurry, the donations have not matched what the Scurry states. The Scurry states there will be a $10 donation, and I did see your streak. Oh, I'm not supposed to see your streak. Oh. Oopsie. Lotus is being, how should we put this? Lotus doesn't want us to watch them streak. What was I saying before that? Oh yes, shy. Betrayed by technology. Many things. Oh yes, the Scurry says there will be a $10 donation. I have been matching this. This is why there have been a $20 donation done as the Squirrel Scurry each time we have raided. When that has been necessary, I've chosen to match the community donations with my own at the same time. So that's why, if people wondered, it's been a $20 donation each time we've raided out with a Scurry rather than a 10. This is just for Guild Rush because, well, to be honest, I like Gamers Outreach, and I definitely want to support them myself. And yes, I know people can say I am supporting them by streaming for it and doing all of that, but, yeah. Right, we've been going for 22 minutes. I haven't put a single block down, and the universe is probably sitting here going, Scots, this is probably the longest opening that you've ever managed, whilst talking absolute and utter ahem. So, let's actually try and do some building, shall we? Okay. I'm so used to sudden. It says a lot when I get to this point, and I'm looking for Jade. I'm wondering what I'm looking at. Okay, it's black stained glass panes. Right, let's. Talking and bouncing about. Is this a Ginger stream? No, but Ginger is probably going to be in a corner somewhere suing me for infringement of streaming rights. And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who might wish to try and catch one. Hey, Glen Pixie, welcome in. I need some dead squid. Let's go and find scum squid. Yes. Here, deep under the ice, we find Scotsman searching for the elusive squid. Will he be able to murder them and steal their ink sacs? Yep. Don't know where those ones went. They're here somewhere. I got those ones instead, though. Ah, there they are. Hello. Phew, that wasn't worth it. It was just a single one. I'm forever murdering all the squid while deep underwater. Nope, that's not that. There we are. Right. Oh, blast. And there's a new dad joke for anybody who's attempting to collect dad jokes through the ages. Like the anti-Santa, a venerable chap with a beard stealing sacks rather than distributing. Fag. That's borderline sounding wrong. Right, 32 of these. Also, those are warped wood fences. So I'm fairly sure I don't have any warped wood fences out. Yeah, that's not useful. No. Yes. I need more stick. There is a sticking point in my plan. You deserve that one, Feg. And Feg has made it into the quotes board yet again. Woohoo! At some point, I need to start murdering large numbers of squid so that we can actually start putting in all of the books for this. Because the plan is there will be books for every quote. One book per quote. At which point there will be some Feg books. Feg books. That sounds like a spin-off from Facebook. Here on Fegbook, we find all the best quotes. I would like not to think about it in that phrasing either, Cosmic. Hey, Ritsu, welcome in, and thank you for this continuing streak there. Fegbook, probably. Here at Fegbook, we don't overthrow the regime. We are the regime. Just not the one you're thinking of. Good night, Cal. Look after yourself. You can't help but notice I've glassed over the entrance that I've been using all the time. You have a point. You have a point. "10 out of 10 for accuracy, minus 5 million for forward planning from Scotsman." Oh! Right. Yeah, I'm with Raven, Chris. That's borderline. Thankfully, we have a good border. Have a nice nap, Lotus. 3 8s 24. 1 2 3. Let's make some more glass. Excellent. If that's all we're going to say, let's leave it at that, and nothing more shall be said.
There shall be nothing more.
Nothing more, nothing less, nothing nothing more, nothing less. No brain cells in here to guess what is going on at all. Do. Yeah, da, 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 yeah, do, 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 do. My fault for erasure. Then we shall move on. And the SLA shall just have a pub crawl rather than a regime. Actually, that's just a pub regime. The pub regime is, remember, find your glass, lift your glass, drink your drink, and move along. Everybody dance along. Only 6 months into Blame Scott's year. Yes. Swing your partner by the tail and grab them by the ears. Everybody dance around and wonder I am here. Scurry to the left, scurry to the right. Wonder how we got into the middle of this song. I guess this means that Chaos has now officially been confused. Yeah. Right. That one's done. That one's done. That is pretty much exactly what the design is, Taran. It's also the fact that you regularly see on quite a lot of building designs. Scott sings country. As long as I don't start trying to do Garth Brooks covers, we're okay. Yeah, I find that I often see buildings where you've got windows like this, and then you've got a sort of fake railing just outside the windows. And it's just one of those... Yeah, why do they have the why do they have wailings outside of windows when you can't open the windows enough to need the wailings? And yeah, it's still a design that you see everywhere. Right, this floor is now weather tight. French balcony doors open inwards. True. Oh, we're opening the windows, the windows, the windows. We're opening the windows and trying to jump out. Dee-dum, dee-dee, defenestrating me. Dee-dum, dee-dee, defenestrating me. Dee-dum, dee-dee, defenestrating me. Oh, a diddly-dum, the diddly-die-dee-day. Oh, we're off to a good start. Right. Heil Hydrate. Deathly Mini, welcome in. Thank you for joining the scurry. And a stretch as well to go with all of this. And 1, 2, stretch. It's all going madness. Aye. Right. I missed a window, did I? You're absolutely right. Thank you for pointing that one out. Can't believe I missed that. You hate the fake balconies that architects add to their residential? Residential? What's a residential? Residential building. Yes. Okay, so this is looking right nice, this is. I'm not a big fan of them either. Can't believe you caught that. Well, I mean, I'm glad you did. At some point, I really need to work out that was the window I was going to throw myself out, all superhero-like. I've been throwing myself out this one. It's a lot less likely to get me killed. It's like the Scottish joke. Why is it called a kilt? It's called a kilt because that's what happened to the last person who called it a skirt. He got kilt. Tish. Can't you even put a potted plant on those fake balconies? Absolutely useless. Aye, that's the one. Although if you can usually put a hanging plant on the outside of the railings. That's the word I was looking for. Aye. Right, you and you can go in here. And I might put them in there for a moment. Alright. Blunding has just encountered Mama Melissa, who seems to basically be our guild leader. Depends on how the windows are designed. Yeah, but the windows tend to close right up against the railings, so it's kind of hard. You've been playing a loft survival builder where you fly around floating islands. Let me tell you, trying to think of designing buildings with specific intent. There should be a window or door that you can throw yourself out of at various points so you can get to other islands. Having trouble wrapping your head around it. Ugh. That sounds interesting. I, for a very long time, wanted to try Void Train, where you basically build a train that's travelling through the void, and you keep throwing yourself off the train and trying to actually get to other things, whilst also fighting Nazis in the middle of the void. Never got around to it. I bought it, never tried it. Too thin to even support a planter that's designed to sit on a railing. Oh goodness. Yep. I'm not sure if it's one word or two, Taran. Right, so we've done purple. So I don't need to do purple. Right. What I'd like to do is start getting in the corners on the other floors so that we can actually get it so that we can have the water in here so that I can actually use the bubble elevators. Would be nice. Would be nice. Right. 1, 2, 3. 2. Right. Okay. That's not a window I can walk out anymore. Well, that ain't enough. Nope. 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 Take 4. One of these days I'll find the chest with the tuft in it. How much? Well, that is nowhere near enough dark oak trapdoors. Did this dark oak... Yes, apparently this dark oak did grow. Hello, dark oak. I need your wood. All I need is your logs, All I need is your logs. I'd never really noticed that the dark oak leaves in this biome have a very blue tint to them. I deliberately did not use that phrasing, Feg. I pondered it. I seriously got close to it. But then I realized what I was saying before I said it, for once. Anyone would think that the brain-mouth interface was actually connected this evening. Disturbingly. Ooh, I got spare saplings out of that. And we have a Pokemon. I did not, in fact, stop myself from saying it first time. Didn't I? Dang it. Oh, Feg. Feg. So many. Oh dear. 9 6s 54, 8 6s are 48, 7 6s are 42. Yeah. Here we find Scott's attempting to remember what his... hey, Dragon, welcome in. Scott's is attempting to remember his 6 times table, so that he can actually get the right amount of wood. Yep, oh no, I didn't. I didn't forget to pick up the right materials. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas... Wait, no. It's a Christmas in July miracle. Well, something like that. Except it's June, and therefore... Yeah. Yeah, I realised how far off I was with that statement, Raven. Shortly after I realised just how wrong I was. Right, hold on. It's getting dark. I should probably sleep so that I don't end up with a suicide shrubbery, making all of this build a little bit less solid and a bit more spread out. We had one sneak up on us last week. It was not good, but we did manage to kill it quickly. Hey, Tor. 6, 12, 18. If you're too lazy to count, is it even? Proceeds. Some of the digits, blah, blah, blah. One of the 12. Some of the things, all of the others, blah, wibble. Streamers never understood. Never understood. Just wow. I attempted to read that, Dragon, and failed. Is that Wandering Trader still there? Probably. Yes, they are. And they're still selling all of the things that make me want to go, ooh. They're also making me want to, set fire to them. 3 a.m. is a state of mind. Given the state of my mind, I'm not sure that you want to phrase it that way. Right. Okay, so that's 2 floors that now have water-typed areas. That's wrong. The problem is, I'm not sure at the moment if I'm allowed a dram of anything. You cannot deny a Scots a wee nip. Well, that's true. Wrong server. This is a, being a solo server, I don't have to worry about my status on this server. I kind of wish I, yeah. Right. Status on and running. Yes, that's the one. Is the server up? Is the server running? Is Scotsman's sanity running away with him? Yes, yes, and yes. Look after yourself, Blast. Had to wake up super early to meet your professor. Had to get to work early tomorrow for a delivery. Ugh. Look after yourself, Blast, and thank you for joining us. Oh no, I should do the I should do the red floor before I. Something about the phrasing, the red floor. At least it's not red rum. Red rum, red rum. Now. Something like that, Fig. At some point, I will need to remove this block and this block. But I do believe if I do, then my water columns will freeze. And one does not wish to have frozen water columns. Can be so painful. I know I have an axe somewhere. I should use it. Frozen water columns sounds very painful indeed. Exactly. If you or anyone else is suffering from frozen water columns, you have my sympathies. Yep. That one. It's all freeze at once. Actually, only the only the surface block of water will freeze. So actually, since these columns are not going to be what's the word I'm looking for? Since the top of these water columns would actually be well above the point at which I should be getting out of them, then it wouldn't theoretically matter if they froze at the top. But right. Let's find myself some buckets. No. Yes. I have a bucket list. And... nope. Nope. Yes. Also accurate, Taran. Now, the thing I'm trying to remember is, can I plant... Yes. Yes, I can. Fantastic. They do, Chris. Which is why I'm just currently using the kelp to make them so. Make it so. Ah. Bonus points for those who realize just how much I've made the mistake here. I can't get down the column. Only up, no down. Yes. Do bonus points equals... I wish. Right. In the interests of not losing my mind, I am going to... Oh, that was nearly a mistake again. Right, let's not do that. Let's pretend that I knew what I was doing. Let's pretend I... Take 3. Let's pretend that I knew what I was doing. Lots of nearly today. I am nearly capable. Yes, I've just... This is why the dirt blocks. The dirt blocks are the temporary holding area to prevent my head from exiting above. So about the iron brew. How did I end up... I've lost some kelp during all of this. Right. Magma blocks. Magma blocks. Where for the heck? Where? Aha! Magma blocks. Probably on one of the other floors. You might be right. Take a breath. Eat some food. Reset my thought process. I'll be fine! Oh. Hey, oh. Found him! Right. Now, while you can place kelp on top of soul sand, you can't place them on top of magma blocks. And in this instance, it doesn't matter if the water column goes all the way up, because the water column in this instance will be going down. There we are. So we can go all the way up and all the way down. We now have access to all floors of the building through a convenient and accurate, well-designed and functional bubble elevator system. And if you or anyone else believes that, congratulations. Also, Scots goes up, Scots goes down. Lurk in your own block placement. Haha, thank you for the lurk. Right. Now we need to repeat this in the other corner. The velocity at which you are propelled into the ceiling suggests it is not, in fact, well designed. What's a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, sorry, Chris. Dep. No, what's a little bit of concussion behind what if brain damage was... what if brain damage was a design intent? Yes. Exactly. Food is probably a good idea. Let's eat this random apple. You were thinking blunt force trauma, but concussion works. I mean, what's the difference between blunt force trauma and concussion other than the amount of damage? Words are hard. Yep. Spelt differently, too. Okay. Let's go down first. Actually, this would be up. So, fantastic planning on that as well. Blunt force trauma often happens 1 second before concussion. You see, this is why I have people here to provide me with information that my brain is obviously missing. Probably as a result of the blunt force... Blunt force? What the heck is blunt force? I need more water. Let us head into the terrarium to get some. Water. Hey, Matt. Welcome in. I still love the way this place looks. Now, one thing I was thinking. I know I'm starting in a variety of... squirrel. Squirrely, squirrely. I have many areas around the world, and I will be asking people where they want their armor stands to be placed. However, when Cosmic donated and got themselves an armor stand, I kind of assumed mentally that this area would be the first place that Cosmic would probably be interested in for where their armor stand would be. This is now the 3 AM hot springs. Well, the hot springs are over here and still need to be a bit more decorated. But I have... When I start placing the armor stands around the world, Cosmic, would you like to be curled up under the tree? Right. Swap to that. There are reasons I have multiple cameras. Going to suggest that. Get out of your head, except at 3 AM. Who says it's not 3 AM? You already said 3 AM is a state of mind. Granted, no one's sure what state it is. Which mind either. Right, let's get these in. How in Smeg did I lose 10? Look, if you're gonna... Alright. Get back here. Moonstone Island. Never even heard of that one. Alright. Magma block. There we are. Now we have 2 bubble elevators. 1 in each side of the column. Oh, Heil Hadrite! And a stretch as well. Thank you, Feg. Oh, Hide, thank you for joining the scurry and stretch. Everyone remember, hydrate, stretch, and med check as appropriate. Thank you for joining the scurry tour. If the elevators are in diagonal from each other, what goes in the other corners? That is very much something that we have planned out. Hey, thank you for joining the scurry, Glam Pixie. The other two corners, and Mad, thank you for joining as well. These are the Hall of Heroes corners, where at some point I will actually be placing the names of everybody who has donated to charity as part of through this channel, and they will get a perpetual, permanent sign in this world. So this building has a dual purpose. First, it will have all of the guilts, all of the quotes. So much guilt, so much quote. And second, it will have the names of all the people who donate. So any donation to Gamers Outreach during the Guild Rush event, if people have donated together, will they be a cosign? Oh. Talk about going off on a tangent there, Feg. I'm sure there was a Freudian slip, but I'm entirely sure not. I can't remember what it was. I'm so glad that, as usual, during stream, my brain has a 30-second. In fact, that would be extremely lucky. My brain has a 1 second. I have a 1 second memory. I can't remember what I said less than 1 second ago. Or even more than 1 second ago. One of these days I'll get things the right way round. Today is not that day. So, okay. I'm thinking this floor is nigh on finished. We've got windows in. We've got... It's the lack of the primary memory that's... Well, that makes about... yeah. That sounds accurate, Tor. That sounds so very accurate. Primary mental state, broken. Secondary mental state, broken. Oh, I should refill my bucket. It wouldn't make sense to not do so. Seeing as how that was my bucket of water. Yeah. Do. Hello, Void. Might I borrow this bed? It really... Well, we've done some windows as well, Raven. Don't forget the windows. When I'm cleaning windows. Great. Now I have a George Formby element. I mean, I forgot the windows as well, nearly. So... Oh, that's a problem. I'm out of bookcases. Fortunately, I have a decent supply of emeralds. Turned out nice again, didn't it? Right. Oh, yes. I forgot. You lot. Wait. That's not right. How much of the exterior is done? Not a huge amount. As noted the other day, Taran, I still need to go through and actually add sort of variation to the exterior of the tower. Yeah, we might have to raise a missing persons query. I've lost a villager. I'm glad you like it, Cosmic. It's... Where's my... Do I have... No, that's books. That's rails. Right. We need to go to Narnia. Trying to remember. Where do I... Which button do I push? Apparently it's that one. Hello. Would you like to become a... Suddenly, there's a villager in the closet. It's not an Indian in the closet, it's a villager. If I remember rightly, that's where that goes. Sir, there's a perfectly good lectern right next to you. I'd like you to take a job. Would you take a job? No? You don't want to? Oh, I see. You don't want to be shut in the closet. Then again, maybe you do. You closed the door and got a job. Excellent. Unfortunately, you're not selling bookcases. Come on. Try again. It's a very hostile interview process. Look, given the sword on the wall... This is just an alternative access to Narnia, Cosmic. Unfortunately, Narnia's budget has gotten very much smaller. And there's no decent clothing in the cupboard. Sir, would you mind? I'm betting he's attempting to get to one of the other lecterns. Aren't you? You think? Aha, there you are. Smite. That was the problem. Well, that's a bit better. He was at least selling a bookcases. Infinity for 17. One of you selling Infinity. Unbreaking for 31. Infinity for 5. Sir, we need you to do better. This is very cozy, yes. I have no plans of curing them. Zombification is not on my list of things to do. Sir, you were perfectly happy just 2 seconds ago taking a job. Why are you not now? Sir? Job? Sir? Get a job. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. You have a point there, Feg. I mean, it's only midday. Are you trying to take a, Oh, I know what it is. You're trying to take lunch, aren't you? You can't take lunch from a job when you don't have one. Zombification is not something I intend to do. What do we got? Bane of Arthropods. Heck no, I don't need that. No. That's why he's in the pantry. Yeah, I'm starting to think so. Come on. Sir. 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 Don't make me break out the flint and steel. There's plenty of people wanting to escape from Narnia still. I could give one of them a job. It's less Narnia, more Colditz. We have ways of making you get a job. No, we don't, apparently. Aha! Ah, he's joined the blast racket. Or the blast protection racket. Breach. Might be the first time I've seen a Breach book in this world. Oh, for goodness sakes, will you at least give me something reasonably useful? There's only 3 other people. How can you be so difficult? Look at... Sold. So very much sold. Do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. And into your chair, sir. Thank you very much. Perhaps I can find new ways to motivate them. Yes. Also known as, you now work for Scotsman. Don't suppose you're going to sell me some more. You are? Thank you. 27 bookshelves. That is a good start. One of these days, this needs to be turned into a new office. Or at least a new area for villagers to live. Darth Scotsman. Why do I have 3 dark oak logs? And 6 stripped oak logs? Where did the stripped oak logs come from? Darth Vader, but where's Kilt? Oh. I'm trying to remember if that is the thing. Now, my brain has just joined up half a dozen different things that I can remember. It's getting dark. Yes, it is. There is... That's the one I was thinking of, Frauke. Darth Vader in a kilt, unicycling whilst doing that. And I seem to remember the bagpipes also give off flames. So, yes, that's the thing I was desperately trying to figure out if I had imagined or not, Frauke. You'd think bagpiping would be a challenge to the clearly asthmatic Darth Lord. It's part of his asthma exercises, Feg. A way of trying to improve himself and improve his recovery. How can you... can you judge someone for them for attempting to improve themselves and recover? Granted, they've chosen bagpipes to try and choose to recover with, but, I mean, it's Darth Vader. They're always looking for ways to torture people. And bagpipes is just on brand. Star Destroyers are very echoey too. So yes, the bagpipes are just a recovery exercise. Some people get stuck into those, is it Bantha tanks? Whatever the recovery tanks are. Some people get stuck into those. Some people have to learn to play the bagpipes whilst unicycling. Bacta, that's the one. Bantha is a completely different thing. I channel all my hate through this instrument. Ah, yes, that's the one. Right. What was I doing? Oh yes, there was a reason why I went for more of the Dark Oak, because I will need Dark Oak trapdoors. Ba-doing. Ba-doing. Right. 3, 3, 5. Right. Let's start. Let's start at the very beginning. It's a very fine place to start. If you want to know why, I don't know why. I'm lost in my head. 2, 3, 4, 5. Was it 5? I feel like I ended up on the wrong floor. No, it's 4. I can't count to 5 properly. Let's try that again with the right number of blocks. There we are. Permission to post the link. There you are. I'm assuming that's the unicycling piper. Imperial March on bagpipes. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering, and more suffering through this bagpipe solo as Lord Vader is practicing again. Yep, that seems accurate. Lack of ceiling would have you constantly... Yeah, and then immediately heading off by 1. Of course. How else am I going to get things wrong if I don't leave myself without a ceiling to count to? I clearly didn't account for the problem. Sorry. Do I want that list alphabetically or categorically? Categorically, I don't want the list. We'll work out which ones of these are going to have windows in later. Well, that pile of dark oak trapdoors didn't last very long. What, not going to offer chronologically? We tried chronologically. We ran out of time. Time is wibbly wobbly. That's it. You have enough trouble remembering things. Regardless, we're trying to remember things in the right order is just difficult. I have enough trouble just remembering things, let alone the right order. That should give me enough dark oak to make a few more trapdoors. $33. Okay. Not as much dark oak as I thought. Cat is helping. Happy to help you remember his dinner times. Usually an hour or 2 early. Yeah, given your cat usually is... what do I need to look up at? I couldn't work out if I needed to look it up in world or in chat. Oh, that was... I was scrolling back through chat going, what did I miss? What did I miss? Who did I miss? I've just placed all of those in the wrong place. Fantastic. Well done, Scots. Try again. We have a Pokemon in chat. Jean just gaslights you into trying to get her more than her 2 bowls per mealtime, and then tries to put her tail in your drink. Yeah. I've just realised these are both wrong. One of these things is not supposed to be here. That's definitely not supposed to be there. There's supposed to be a pillar here. 2, 3, 4. I can count to 4. Sometimes. Hey, well done. Oh, apparently you didn't want to catch that. Whoops. I don't know why I don't make sure I end up on the right floor for the bed, but hey. Hello, Void. At some point, I also need to consider that there may need to be some bedrooms in this building. It's a spoof music video about only counting to 4. Does it basically go one too many lots? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what the stripped oak log's for. What are the odds I don't have a decent supply of oak? Hey, Shadow Sky. Welcome in. I don't have a supply. I should stop predicting things like that. Eight. Rel. I need 32. I have just enough. I'm going to need to get some... I need to spend some time getting materials. Do I look like Pixel Riffs? And if you don't have 1,000,000 points in Pixel Riff's channel, you're not allowed to answer that. No, that's the wrong side. Yes, secretly this is a Pixel Riffs alternative channel with a voice changer on permanently. Dang it! Look like Henry Cavill in The Witcher in your head. Yeah. Don't have many points. Do watch the Survivor Guide and listen to the Spawn Chunks. Spawn Chunks is fantastic for listening to. And so is the Survival Guide. It's even more impressive that I can stream on 2 channels at once. You'll give away my cloning capabilities. Otherwise, academics don't sleep. Academics do sleep, just usually in bad places. Hey, we've got some more dark oak to chop down. Perfect. This is called just-in-time tree felling. Under the heading of, this tree is arriving just in time for me to fell it. Oh, no. Wrong hoe. That would have been when I had a lot less grey hair, Taran, and before I grew a goatee, which is also grey. It was, in fact, 2 lifetimes ago. Just hired a squirrel for the Scotsman channel. Yes, Taryn is one of the few people in this channel who has actually met me in person. More to the point, that was a fun week. Final Fantasy Fan Festival in... looks up at wall. 2018. Good lord. Oh, I had a reasonable amount. I've got a lot more. Yes. Two, three, four. 2, 3, 4. 4. Do. We're getting there. We're actually starting to get there. Not quite sure where there is, but we're getting there. Right, so... oh, I need 3 on each of these ends. And then that, other than the bookcases, is it for the... or for the... The whole Henry Cavill thing is something that my manager started. For some reason, he decided that I looked like Henry Cavill when I was Vegas Underground Squirrel Wrestling. Wow. Look, we don't talk about the Underground Squirrel Wrestling. Yes, it's banned by the UN. First rule of Underground Squirrel Wrestling: you don't mention the Underground Squirrel. Something like that. Stay on things that make this entire conversation seem even more surreal, broken, and everything about this conversation. Aye. Yeah, that's getting there. And I'm out of bookshelves and nearly out of bookcases again. Goodness. Right, while we're waiting for a tree to grow so we can make some more bookshelves, let's go and buy some more bookcases. This is why we made sure that there were villagers here before we started this section of build. Feed the Scots. Tuppence a bag. Wait, what? Oh. And as well as feeding, we have to hydrate and stretch the Scots. Right. Hello, sir. I wish to buy some of your bookcases. Thank you. Can't feed the Scots, only water the Scots. Well, we have to make sure we know what are we on about. Right, let's go and sleep before we stretch and hydrate. You always need a good stretch after a nice nap. Hello, Void. Right. I'll hydrate. If we have to know what we're on about, got terrible news. Well, yeah. We're about confused. Oh, and a stretch, and stretch. Should the center top out yet? Should the center bottom two bookcases in the windows match each other so that they have a constant top? No. I've been working on the assumption that that's not necessary. The only reason I've been out. The only bit is specifically I've been avoiding having the actual bookcases or bookshelves on the side ones when they're windows, because otherwise you have book showing up here. It would be nice if these things matched, but that's just the way Mojang decided to make it for us, apparently. I could be that picky and decide to keep it that specific, and I might, at some point, get annoyed enough to decide to do that. I'm not in the mood at the moment. Right. What do I need? Oh, yes. Wood. I like the way these trees are deciding to grow for me today. They're growing just when I need them. And we all know that it will probably be about 10 minutes before I actually decide, you know what, I should probably be that picky about the tops of things matching. Motion! Yes. Oh, and we have a Pokemon in chat. Let's try and catch it for once. I had another train of thought. It went choo-choo. It fell off the rails and it got suplexed. Oh yes. Did they actually announce the name of the next update yet? I know they gave they put a video out for it. They're always trying to clear us out of something. $20 more bookcases. Yes. Chase the skies. Yes. Let's go for a solid one here. Trying to remember if I'm supposed to have a fourth row. We'll sort that out in a minute. Oh, hold on. We ran out on this side, didn't we? Oh, the update name is Chase the Skies. Thank you, Hide. Oh, that's cool. I like that name. Kind of makes sense with the Happy Ghast. That's what the next update for Minecraft is called, Raven. The one that comes with the Happy Ghast. For which we will then be able to fly through the world and build things whilst stood on top of a ghast. That's going to be hilarious. The concept of having our own ghast to fly around on. I'm looking forward to. I see. Now you want all the bone meal. I should not be stood on top of that block. I would have ended up with a tree in my face. The ghast mellow, yes. You saw nothing. Easier to get over hill areas. Absolutely. Oh, good grief. I guess the 1 in 10 opportunity came up again. I fell, yes. And there's now a 1 in 10 chance of, when that's counted, of the Wilhelm scream being added to get to me a bit. It is the beginning of something that I am pondering. If I name the Happy Ghast block in an anvil, does the Ghastling have that name? Honestly, I haven't a clue. I'm assuming that the Ghastling has to be named... Actually, no. So I'm assuming that there's a Ghastling egg. At which point, if you name the egg... If you name any spawn egg, that's the case, Fig. But the block is not a spawn egg. The block itself is something that then grows up to become the Ghastling over time. So I don't know. Now you want a mod pack where 5% of... That's cruel. Right. I need to not fly into a window. Okay, so these ones do have that. What do they have as the top? That doesn't help. Let's look at the ones that do. Okay, so I have stairs on those. I already have enough chaos in this place as it is. called You Lot. And I love it. But I don't need more. Wait a minute. Hold on. There are four columns. There are 4 columns, but there's also 4 rows of bookcases. Dang it. Okay. Which also means that I've now just run out of chiseled bookshelves as well. Skyblock, where all base materials come from thrown chicken eggs. It's bad enough in the versions of the Skyblocks where it's... I mean, there are Skyblocks where it's resource chicken based. Oh, we've got that version of the OBO counter. Been a while since that one's come up. Ow. I need more chiseled bookshelves. I also need a nap. Hello, Void. Right. Let's see if we end up using up all of our bone meal. Nope, just half of it. With an off by 1 error for the half because it was an odd number, and therefore it's very hard to get half out of an odd number. Unless you're able to split your numbers, which isn't very possible in this instance. I love the fact that Dark Oak gives us a decent amount of wood with each tree. I mean, I know it takes 4 saplings, and it won't grow anything smaller. But honestly, it really is a nice tree for being able to get materials out of. It and the Pale Oak are very rapidly becoming my this is what you get materials from for building things that are made out of wood. I know I could use the giant spruces and the giant jungle, but jungle you're not guaranteed to get back the saplings for because it's always been a bit of a jerk. And they're both very, very tall and take a long time to harvest. Whereas I've just harvested 2 dark oaks in enough time to basically have a rant. Nearly placed the bookcases instead of placing the saplings. Whoops. I believe you're right, Raven. The problem is it changes which corner it is with each set of saplings. At least that's what I seem to remember. Not that I'm not sure. I thought it was variable. I may be wrong. I frequently am. Usually anytime I try and say anything on stream. Where's my heart? Where's my stairs? That. Do need this. You see, that's one thing that's going to be a problem on the higher floors. The clouds going straight through the building. I may have to figure out how to incorporate that into the design. Perhaps have an open air floor or something. No. Is that all? No, it's not. There we are. Oops, haven't done this one. There we are. Okay, so that's done, this is done. That's getting somewhere. Excellent. Right, how many of these have I got as windowed? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 8 trapdoors. Ow. Northwest Sapling is the only one with clearance. Oh, interesting. Really interesting. We may have to science this at some point. Today is not the time for science. Doesn't mention bone meal. Of course it doesn't. That would be too simple. How dare we hope that they might actually include useful information in a wiki? Right. Next step, get these corners built. So, half slab, 2 stairs, and a chisel block. And it's snowing. Is it just snowing or is it a thunderstorm? It's just snowing. Okay. That's going to confuse matters because I've got a section of building that doesn't have any roof on it yet that I'm building into. And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested in catching it. No, no, no. That one. Oh, I need the half slabs. There we are, 2 of those. I feel like that's actually my floor above, so I shouldn't be placing those there. No, that's not my floor above. That's... Let's just flap that a bit. Right, one of those, which means that there's one of those above that. 1, 2, which means there's one of those above that. And that. No, wrong side. Well, I guess I got my missing out of that one. Right. That's getting there. Right. Let's see. I'm getting snow on my bookcases. Right. Let's have a look. I need lots of I need lots of wax. My copper's getting overaged. I'll say that and don't feel like it sounds wrong. Right, let's de-age my copper. Right. How are you two not actually done yet? Let's put that there and do that. Two. Welcome in and thank you for the follow there. Right. Excellent. Right, that's everything we can wax. And now we need a quick nap to get rid of the darkness before we have a suicide shrub. Hello, Void. Are you curling up on my feet? Yes? Okay. I keep seeing Raven and Feg out of the corner of my eye as I come out of that door and wonder, who the heck's that? I don't know why it's Raven and Feg that I notice the most. All the more reason for me to properly place them somewhere so that it can be jump scared at random instead of every time. Once I get round to actually turning on myself and making life difficult for myself. Once I actually get round to going and collecting all of the appropriate materials and asking people where they would like to be, individuals can choose to give me a permanent jump scare location. Yes, I know. I probably badly goofed up the phrasing there. Is it easy? Yes, it is. Right. Another one of those moments when I realize what I've said after I've said it. Right. I need to take these back by 2. With luck, I've got all of these waxed properly. 6 left. I had 38 total, so 32 minus 6. 32 plus 6, even. Let's get my numbers the right way round. 6 left over is correct, is the short version. There we are. And all 32 stacked, so they are right. Woohoo! Right, let's get a stack of stairs. Let's start working on... Okay, so it's like that and those. What are the odds that I get this wrong? Probably pretty high. You. Yep, there's my first mistake. My second mistake was actually attempting to do this at all. Okay. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I think I've forgotten what I did there. Okay, I remember what I did now. Do you ever have those moments when you've forgotten what you're trying to build? Here, on the Madness Realm, this is part of reality. Unfortunately, it's not a part of reality that's any help. Ah. Take 3. There we are. You're not sure you've forgotten. It's one of those moments of, forget about it. The downside of not talking to the squirrel with the blueprints. I don't think any of the squirrels have tried playing blueprints. Nope. That block tried to leap out the window. I think it heard that pun. Oh. Fiddle snarks. I can't jump up and... I can't jump up and reach it. Good grief. It's that moment of tormenting a kid at school and throwing things so high that they can't get to it. How did I miss that one? Okay, so all of these go to the point where these are, and some of these have bulbs in them, and some of these don't. Right, 2, 4, 6, 8 of the doohickories. Hey, tree's grown again. Right, 4, 8. Waxed, exposed, chiseled copper. Goes in the corner. You know, it's easier to place the blocks if you're on the right floor. It's so much easier to actually build something if you're actually on the correct place to building. Trying to build on the floor below when you should be on the floor above it's not a good way of trying to do things. Right. How many copper bulbs do I have left? Because I have a bad feeling I am going to be short on bulbs. I have 4. And 55. Especially when I'm building the floor above. Try saying that quickly. Right. Yeah. I appear to have accidentally removed my ceiling. Apparently, this storage area is not fully roofed. Bit of an oops, that. You'd think I'd get it right. Okay, let's have a bit of a... It's a flaw in the floor. Yes, Elcon, you're absolutely right. The weirdest thing is, it's just this section of room. And I'm not quite sure why I've left that section of room without actually completing it. Also, how are things going, Elcorn? Doop 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 doop. Dim 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 dum dum. Right. I need a lot of trapdoors. That's not a lot of trapdoors. Oh, I'm going to have to unwax copper to be able to turn it into trapdoors again. Yeah. Mojang, why? Why did you do this? Hello, Foxy. I need to figure out where we're going to put the fox. Pearls are working while I'm streaming. Yeah. I was commenting about that earlier, Elcon. It's been a real shame that we don't overlap more on the Guild Rush server. Checks through the patch notes because we wanted to make Scotsmen suffer in particular. Wow. Dang time zones. Yeah. As the one person I knew the best on the server, it's been a shame not to spend some time... I was about to say beating you up with some steak. But just hanging out on there a bit more. Less Lady Hawk, more Scots Elk. Oh my. Let's put the... Oh, and we have a Pokemon in chat for those who might want it. Do your own mini-series, Meat Duels. I have drastically... Interesting. Ah. Drastically stuffed up my numbers there. One of the books, one of the series of books that I quite like actually has a novella in it called Meet Cute. Written exactly that way. It involves an unfortunate accident involving a werewolf sitting on a hedgehog. that werewolf does not forgive the lady that happens to be around and happens to be considered by the werewolf to be responsible for him sitting on the hedgehog. Oh, there is no good way to explain that series other than it exists. The Hedgehog Incident, yes. Those books are great fun. No, it's not the Laundry Archives, Raven. It's from... well, the novella is in the world, which is the Parasol Protectorate, the Espionage and Etiquette series, and... Oh, what's the third series called? Dang it, I can't remember what the third series is called. But there are a series of books by an author called Gail Carriger, who is a fantastic lady. Custard Protocol. Thank you, Shadow. It's an interesting universe in which werewolves and vampires exist and are part of modern society. Well, modern in this instance being steampunk Victoriana. And it only gets weirder from there outwards. Urban Arcana, yes. They are I love them as series of books. A lot of people love them for their vampires and the werewolves. A lot of people love them for the fact that they are incredibly open about gender preferences. And a lot of people love them just because they enjoy the books. That's not my copper. Oops. One of the... Lord Akeldammer. Lord Akeldammer. Fantastic, fantastic character. Taran is facepalming because that got caught by Automod. And I can understand that. I can understand the facepalming and the catching. But let's go for that one. That one. We'll close those two off. I should have picked up a button. Fortunately, my redstone is just here. I caught it very quickly, Taran. I half expected something to, in this conversation, to trigger Automod. But yes, I highly recommend the series to anyone who enjoys them. They really do need to make a copper button. I can't remember if there is a copper button. I'm not sure. Right, now comes the interesting bit. I need to get a bulb into this position. in all 4 rooms. In all 4 rooms, including the ones that don't have any of the bits necessary to actually get to there. It's not an iron one, is there either? No, I don't think there is. Thank you for joining us today, and have a good evening. But Baldur's Gate 3 basically has everything in it, Taran. So it's 3 away from that block. 1, 2, 3. There. I might as well just use the button on the underside for this time. You have to go to bed. Time zones. Time zones are evil like that. Thank you for joining us for as long as you could today. It's good as always to have you here. Where did that button go? I lost my buttons. There we are. Get back here. Food? Ah, food. I swear I am incapable of remembering to eat on this server. Not the gumdrop buttons. The what? Okay. So it's stare, 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 stare. And not stare, 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 stare. Shrek 1. Oh. I, controversially, am not a fan of the Shrek series of films, and I don't think I've ever actually watched all of any of them. They're not my style of humor, and as a result, I didn't need to make... Oh well. Whoops. Midjourney is getting sued by Disney. It was only a matter of time. I mean, Ghibli got very annoyed at them. Was it Midjourney that Ghibli got annoyed at? Ghibli got very annoyed at somebody, mostly because they dang well should do. Technically, that one was DreamWorks, not Disney. Ah. Honestly, DreamWorks and Disney, it's hard to tell the difference sometimes. Right, don't need the buttons anymore. So we can put the button away. How to... I bet I can place those in there. There we are. That flattens that a bit. I did have another train of thought. What was it? And did it go choo-choo? Or did it get suplexed? Oh yes, Pixar. Lego released a set, a model of Luxo Jr. At the beginning of the month, and I picked it up for my sister as a birthday present for her. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like built, because I am very tempted by that set. Because it just looks like they've done such a fantastic job of build. Yeah, first of this month, Raven. Oh yes. Junglewood. Junglewood. Nope. Oh, we don't have enough Junglewood. It's not one you want, but good to know. I think it makes a great present for quite a few people who like those sorts of films. What time is it? I don't have time to go to IKEA. Dang it! Lego is currently way down the budget list. That is understandable. Yes, I just realised that as well, Raven. Thank you. We got most of a floor built. It took a while to get started, but once we got going, we actually got going a bit. Still need to build the corners for the Hall of Heroes elements. But we've got the lighting in. And then we can start doing the detailing, and I probably need to get a lot more glass, which probably means a trip back to IKEA anyway. It's been a great stream, Ginger. Ahem. Look, just because it took nearly an hour for me to stop talking and bouncing around. So much bouncing around. Bounce around, bounce around. Bounce up, and get down. No, wait, that's not the words. Great. Now I'm going to have Anton Deck songs stuck in my head. Actually, no, is that Anton Deck? Let's grab a dispenser. We need lantern. Actually, let's get two of those. In a very gingery stream, there was even vampires and much talk about pixel riffs. There was. Bouncing works, you having a tiger skin and all. Also accurate, and also good. Yeah, you get to go there. You get to go there. And let's put another one in this corner. Derp. Does this mean I have to try and actually set Frauke's armor stand up as though they're bouncing around and figure out how to give them a tail as well? Oh, I'm getting into armor stand statues and multiple armor stand. Ah! Why? Why? Oh dear. It's begun. It's begun. Why has it begun? No, I'm not going to ask you. Oh, we're all doomed. Scotsman's thinking about using armor stands for all sorts of builds. This is why I resisted so long. Jump Around was by House of Pain. Goodness. And there's a Pokemon in chat for anyone who might want to try and catch it. Okay. And here's Frauke, made up of roughly 46 different armor stands. I feel called out. I feel very called out here. Just because it's accurate doesn't mean that it's not calling me out. Hello, Void. Right. Okay. Camera count time. I'm wondering how this looks now that we've got 2 floors in place. Oh, the glass mutes it just a little bit. Oh, that's nice. That's gonna look really nice once we get all floor 4s. Four. There are 4 candles. I do love this build. I did not know what I had in mind as the concept when I started thinking about the Frozen Archives. And the longer that we take to build it, the more it is turning into something ridiculously over the top. And nighttime, yes, we will have to see what this looks like in the darkness, because one of the things that this area does is really nicely is darkness. Where are we on the clock? Okay, I can. Let's get to. And thank you for the follow. I can see what it looks like at sunset. Oh, this is going to look nice once we get the rest of the buildings in place. I mean, there's a whole gatehouse to come here still. This building is going to be dotted all over the world. All over the world? All over the mountain. I feel like I need something in this area. And this might be where we put the Fox area. 2028. I hope not. I'd hope for it to be sooner. I'm looking forward to actually getting more sections of it lit up as well. Are we going to get a night where it's going to give us some insane backgrounds with the clouds and with... Yeah, oh, maybe? Maybe? Are we about to get some aurora? No? No. Aw, shame. I was hoping for an aurora. I can't control switching those on. I think they're only on a full moon. And it's only a half moon. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think you're right, Raven. But as the moon rises, and technically I can control that, yes. I'd have to accelerate the moon ridiculous amounts. Actually, I think you're right. I probably can. Options, video settings, shader packs settings, atmosphere. No. Aurora Borealis, full moon in snowy biome, full moon or snowy biome. Thank you, Chris. Let's have some aurora to actually make this look even more epic. Oh, that's nice. Here we see a Scotsman playing God. Feg, that's basically the definition of what's going on in the Madness world at the best of times. I exist in two states. Building absolutely ridiculous, which is therefore playing God. Particularly given the amount of landscaping I do. Yeah, I need to get more of this build lit up. Just at sunset. How about this view? Where it's a bit more lit up. The, excuse me, would you mind loading the bits of chunk that aren't there? Hi. There's not supposed to be a hole in the world here. Ah, thank you. The terrarium section with the lights. coming through in the darkness is just one of the things that I really like. Because I absolutely love the way the terrarium looks, just in general. So this, particularly at night, has such a lovely feel to it. All the lighting in here just works so well together. It was very much designed to feel like a giant greenhouse / terrarium. Right. We have reached the point where I should. Yeah, that's a reason why I seem to have a leftover torch. There's a few. I haven't completely finished one end of it, Raven, unfortunately. Right. Let me just check if I've remembered to get my audio muted properly. Yes, I have. That's good. So I can open this. Right. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been absolutely fantastic and chaotic having you all here, which is absolutely the reason for having you all here and for doing this. I love having every one of you here while I play and build and go through all the madness. I will be back again tomorrow. And tomorrow being Thursday, I think we will be on the Guild Rush server. Because that was the plan, Mondays, Thursdays and Saturdays. I know things have been a little bit difficult at times. But yeah. Speaking of Guild Rush, I am going to absolutely send us, as planned, in the direction of a raid. So let me hit the raid message. And I am going to send us over to Blunding, the latest member of the Cyan Chaos Gremlins. Joining us on the server to raise as much money as possible for Gamers Outreach, a fantastic charity that basically yeah, I love it. So thank you to everyone for being here. I hope you all have a fantastic evening, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye-bye.